You probably think you're in control. You decide what to wear, what to eat, what to watch, where to go. Your life feels like a series of choices, some big, some small, but all yours. But what if that sense of control is manufactured? What if the reasons behind your choices aren't as personal as they seem? You chose to watch this video, but was it really you? Or was it the algorithm, the thumbnail, a restless moment? You chose your career, but how much of that was shaped by your parents' expectations, your culture's definition of success, or a fear of disappointing others? Zen doesn't assume your choices are wrong, it just asks, who made them? Not at the surface level, but underneath. Because if you're not aware of what drives your decisions, then you're not deciding, you're reacting. And reaction isn't freedom, it's programming. Control, real control, starts with the willingness to question what you never thought to question. And that's where this begins. There are scripts you follow every day, and you don't even know you're following them. Wake up, check your phone, scan the news, react to the news, scroll until the unease fades. Work hard, stay productive. Don't slow down, you'll fall behind. Post something, get likes, feel seen, repeat. These aren't just habits, they're scripts. They were written by someone, but not by you. You didn't decide that success means being busy. You didn't choose to measure your worth in likes or numbers. You didn't invent the fear of missing out. You absorbed it from culture, from school, from media, from people who were following their own scripts too. Zen calls this the dust of the world. Layers of noise, layered so long you mistake them for truth. But what happens when you pause? When you step outside the rush? When you stop reading the lines and start noticing them? Most people never do. Not because they're weak, but because the script is comfortable, familiar. And that's what makes it so powerful. In the past, power was about land. Then it was money. Now it's attention. Your attention is the most valuable thing you own, and everyone wants a piece of it. Apps aren't free. They're funded by how long you stay. News doesn't inform. It provokes. To keep your eyes on the screen. The goal isn't to help you understand. It's to keep you reacting. Because attention fuels everything. Clicks, advertisements, revenue, influence. And the system doesn't care what you believe, only that you stay hooked. That's why content is fast, why headlines shout, why notifications never end. You're not lazy, you're overstimulated by design. And if you don't choose where your attention goes, someone else will. Zen sees attention as sacred. It's not just focus, it's life energy. Where your attention goes, your mind follows. Your values follow. Your time, your entire existence follows. So the real danger isn't that you're distracted. It's that your distraction isn't even yours. At some point, Zen stops asking what you're doing and starts asking who is doing it. Not your job title, not your personality type, not your role in society, but the one behind all of that. The one who watches. Because if you're not aware of what pulls your strings, you're not the puppeteer, you're the puppet. You think you chose to react to that comment? To check your phone again? To feel anxious when you see others succeed? Maybe. But maybe it was just the ego, doing what it always does. Grasp, compare, defend, repeat. Zen doesn't ask you to kill the ego. It simply asks, can you see it? That's all. Because the moment you see the ego at work, clearly, without judgment, you're no longer trapped inside it. You've stepped back. And in that small space, between the urge and the action, something radical becomes possible. A choice, not one handed to you, not one triggered by fear, but one that rises from silence, from clarity, from presence. And that's where freedom begins. When you step outside the script, the world doesn't change, but your relationship to it does. You begin to notice the pause between the stimulus and your reaction, the space where choice actually lives. You hear the notification and realize you don't have to check it. You feel the urge to defend yourself and realize you can just let it pass. You see a thought arise and know that you don't have to believe it. This is subtle, invisible to others, but profound. Because in that space, you are no longer the script. You are the reader, and the reader doesn't have to follow every plot twist. The reader can close the book or turn the page with awareness. Zen doesn't promise escape, it promises awakening, a shift from doing to being, from reacting to witnessing. And in that witnessing, you begin to reclaim something that no system, no algorithm, no story can touch: yourself. Not the one you built for the world to see, but the quiet awareness beneath it all, the one that sees and does not flinch. Freedom isn't loud. It doesn't arrive with fireworks. It doesn't demand attention. It whispers. In the moment you pause before reacting, in the breath you take before speaking, in the silence that follows a thought without chasing it. It's not dramatic, but it's powerful, because in a world that pulls you in every direction, to sit still, even for a moment, is an act of rebellion. To notice your patterns without being ruled by them, to feel an emotion without being consumed by it, to hear the script and choose not to read it today. That's freedom, not a destination, not a reward, but a return to something that was always yours: your awareness, your attention, your presence. Zen doesn't hand you answers, it offers you space. And in that space, you may find what you've been searching for in noise, in movement, in control. Not something new, just something forgotten. Freedom, quiet, still, here.